I'm back, baby. Okay, listen, we're not gonna talk about how it's been about a year since I posted on this BookTube channel, okay? We're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna move on. We're just gonna be like, oh, hey, man, it's been a while. Hope you're doing good. And you know what? I am doing good. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. So listen, I'm sure you've seen the title of the video. You've seen the thumbnail. Let's talk about the Farseer Trilogy, okay? I'm DNFing it. I'm sorry. Throw me in the stockades, dude, okay? I know. It's blasphemous. How dare I DNF one of the most beloved series in fantasy? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how I first started the series, okay? I picked up the first book about a year ago. It's right here. Let me grab it for you. Assassin's Apprentice. Wow, because can't be a BookTube channel without actually physically holding the book, right? Anyway, here it is. Assassin's Apprentice, Robin Hobb. I read it about a year ago, and I gave it 3 stars originally, I believe, when I read it. It was fine. I liked it a decent amount. And then I recently picked up the second book. I don't have it in here. I'm just gonna pop it. Boop! It's right here. Hey, look at that right there. Second book in the series, Royal Assassin. Usually when I don't read a book, I still kind of remember bits and pieces that I liked about it, certain plot hooks and stuff. For some reason, the first book just didn't stick with me. I couldn't remember character names, couldn't remember certain plot points. I had to watch summaries of the first book before I started reading this one. But one of the things I did like in the second book is that there's a big prologue that talks about everything in the first book. That was kind of a W. You know what, Robin Hobb? Shout out to you. That was cool. But before I get into all the negative stuff, I want to talk about what the series does well. One of the things I did like is I actually do enjoy Robin Hobb's prose. That's got nothing to do with why I'm DNFing. I actually like the way she explains things. I like the way she writes, for the most part. I'll get into it. But the prose has nothing to do with it. The flowery prose, I thought I would have a problem with, but I don't actually. It's actually kind of a refreshing taste because I just came from finishing the Mistborn series, Era 1, and I thought I would have to get used to a more flowery prose. I didn't. Yeah, it's fine. I liked it. Yeah, it's cool. Robin Hobb, hey, keep that up. I do like the characters as well. Some of them. I like the side characters more than I like the main characters, but I'll talk about that in a second. I actually like Ketrikin. I like Burek. He's cool. I actually think some of the side characters are more interesting than the main characters. Like, I find myself wanting to know more about Ketrikin and her mountain kingdom. Now, let's talk about the reason I'm making this video. Let's talk about why I decided to DNF it. Why do I not like the series, and why am I giving up? Why am I such a giver-upper? The main thing is the pacing. I just feel like I'm about 40 to 50% of the way through Royal Assassin, and I feel like nothing's happened. I feel like there's been no plot progression. To me, this feels like a slice of life anime where it's more character driven, but the plot of the character driven content is not progressing. I'm not seeing any progressive plot movement, and it's been about 50% of the way through the book. I've got absolutely no problem with a more character-driven book, but something's got to happen, bro. You know what I mean? When I first started the series, I was super excited. Oh man, it's about a kid that grows up as a bastard. He learns to be an assassin, and he's gonna go on like missions and start killing people and poisoning people and like do assassin things. We don't do that here. There's like none of it. There's a few in the first book, and the first book has like this big climactic mission that he goes on, and I'm 50% of the way through the second book. There's nothing, bro. There's nothing, you know? One more thing I have a problem with is not the magic system itself, because it's kind of interesting. The way Fitz is not allowed to use the magic system at all. There's 2 different magic systems in this book. There's the skill, which is kind of like using telepathy on humans, and then there's the wit, which is kind of like using telepathy on animals and humans. Not trying to talk about spoilers or anything, but Fitz is not great at the skill, and he also has the wit, which he's not allowed to use because it's like in bad form. So Fitz, who has both the skill and the wit, no spoilers, okay? He's not very good at the skill. So he like doesn't know how to use it or control it, whatever. And with the wit, he's not allowed to use it because Burek, who his like father figure, he's like, yeah, bro, you can't use this or like you'll go crazy and turn into an animal. Okay, what the heck? So he just like he tries not to use it. He does kind of, but like he's always like, oh man, I can't, dude. It's like against the law. Burek will beat me up if he sees me using the wit, dude. And like that's a cool plot point for like the first 20% of the first book, right? I think at some point you got to be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to start using it. Throw me a bone here, but don't use the wit when you do it. You know what I'm saying? And like I hate DNFing a book, right? Especially because I've already read halfway through the first series, and there's like a part of me that's like, should I keep going? People are always like, oh man, like the Farseer Trilogy is good, but like the next series is actually like so much better. I feel like if I'm not loving this first series, why should I expect to like the next series by the same author? How much of the writing could have changed from series to series by the same writer? It's just gotta happen, guys. I'm DNFing it. I'm sorry. And don't get me wrong, I can see why people do like this. I think it's just not for me. I just need something that's a little faster paced and something with a little more plot progression to keep me interested, because that's basically the whole reason I'm DNFing it. I just need a little more. If you love this series, let me know in a comment down below what you think about it. I would genuinely actually love to see what your thoughts are. And if you've ever DNF'd a book and felt weird about it, also let me know what book it was and why you DNF'd it. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I'm going to try to post a little more on here. Listen, it won't be another year. It won't be another year for me to post a video, okay? I've been reading again, dude. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.